name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Welcome to my Flying Wheels YouTube channel. I love toys. I love anything with an engine. If it makes me smile, I am into it and I want to buy it. I also own a car dealership. So the perk of owning a car dealership is that I get to buy what I like and then resell it, hopefully for profit, most of the time. Well, this story is not one of those. This story is about one of the worst purchases I have ever made in the life of me owning this business. My dreaded, horrible nightmare of a boat that my wife and I flew down to Florida during COVID to get that didn't run. Well, everybody keeps asking me about it. Where is that boat? I'm going to give you an update. Here is the video. So I'm a man that can admit when I'm wrong, and I'm wrong a lot. But at least I have fun doing it, and I document it along the way so you guys get to enjoy my misery. Well, my most miserable experience to date is absolutely the boat that was sunken, that doesn't run, that I bought down in Florida and had towed back with my wife. That was an absolute nightmare, and the nightmare saga continues. For those of you that have not seen the entire saga, here's a quick recap of everything I've been through thus far. During quarantine, my wife and I flew down to Florida. We bought a boat sight unseen that we were told runs. Here it is. Well, the boat didn't work out to be what we were told it was. So we ended up hauling it back to New Hampshire from Florida in a rented vehicle and had a heck of a time getting back here. Picked up the boat and couldn't get the thing running. Had to tow it back, found out that it was on the wrong trailer. The fender right here cut into the tread of the other tire. It could have flipped over on the highway and killed somebody because of someone else's neglect. Had quite some mishaps along the way. Had 2 blowouts. Lug wrench, you can never be too cautious.
Right now.
Every hotel was closed along the way because of the coronavirus, so we had to sleep in our car twice, one on the side of the highway in the Bronx. I need some shut-eye, but we don't have blankets or pillows, so we're using our life jackets. And I have towels, shop towels that I'm gonna use as my second pillow, and our beach towels from today. You ready to go to sleep? I had the trailer moving up and down, the boat moving up and down, this boat swaying all over the place, and the thing was fishtailing all over the highway. So let's get to it. Yes, the boat is an absolute nightmare. It was a mistake. And in every situation other than mine, it was a bad idea. But I'm going to tell you why it actually worked out in my favor. Well, the first thing I did was bring that boat to a friend of mine that owns a boat dealership to have him go through it. But it was at the very beginning of the season. He was extremely busy, and I should have listened to him right off the bat. So Steve, if you're watching this, you were right all along. I should have just listened to you. It needed an engine, and it looked like it was sunk. It's going to cost $38,000 because you think it's sunk. So as far as we knew, according to him, it needed an engine, and it looked like it was sunk. It was going to be $38,000 to fix, so I was in trouble. So I called the auction that I bought it from, because I bought it from the auction green light, meaning they told me that it did run. They gave me 2 options. A, return the boat. Well, I had already transported it back to New Hampshire. The boat was worth around $40,000, and I own it for $25,000. So I have $15,000 in equity that I can play with, meaning if I can get this thing fixed right, I can sell it for $40,000. Option B was they'll give me a reimbursement check for $5,000. So I paid $25,000, they gave me $5,000 back. I'd own the boat for $20,000. Well, the boat's worth about $40,000, so that gives me about $20,000 in equity on that boat. And I really liked it, and it was early in the season. I really thought it was worth keeping, so I took the $5,000 and I went forward. Well, my friend that owned the boat repair shop was far too busy to do it. It's a Volvo Penta engine. It is near impossible to find parts for it. So I brought it to another friend that owns a boat repair shop. He looked at it. He actually got it running for me.
All right, here we go.
But it had low compression in one of the cylinders. Boat repair shop number 3 is a place that I take my boat to all the time. Well, they sat on it. They didn't do much to it. I told them everything that had been done from 2 repair shops already. I actually gave them a sheet that was told what was done to it. So anyway, they didn't see any of that, and they did what had already been done. And they told me it had low compression. So finally, I brought it to the dealer. I brought it to the Four Winds dealer and said, just go through it. Just tell me what it needs. That was July. Saga continues. If you've been following along with my boat story, it went from a dream come true into a nightmare, and we are at nightmare stage right now. So it does look glorious behind me, but over there you'll see not so glorious. I am at marina number 4 or 5, I forget, but I am at the Four Winds / Volvo dealership. I haven't even used the boat. Luckily I have a backup 23-foot Hurricane. Here's our rig. Well, now I am at marina number 5. I got myself a new tow rig because all the other things I was using wasn't cutting it. It was scary pulling that boat around in anything but this tight next to for sale, by the way. So here is my boat at marina number 4 or number 5, I forget. I picked it up from the last one that I dropped it off at, and I'll tell you what they did. They did everything that I told them I had already done. So I've been quoted all over the place for engines from $9,000 to $35,000, and I don't know what I'm going to do. All I know is that I am stuck in a boat that I thought was a steal, turned out to be an absolute nightmare for me. And I didn't get that great of a deal after all. Had it run? Yes, I did, but now boat season's coming to an end. People are selling off their toys because they're not gonna wanna winterize them, they're not gonna wanna store them. So that alone makes this process a loser. And I'm gonna end up with 2 boats all winter long until next spring, and hopefully it gets to run next year. So based on the pictures, this is what I thought I was buying. This is how clean it looked in the photos. You can even see that tower, how good that looks when it's folded down. This is what I thought I was getting, not what I got. But we have German, who's far better at this than I am, seeing what he can do to bring it back to life. So you'll see here, again, foggy, hazy, cloudy. I tried this section, which already looks better. So before, me, and then this is German. Clearly he knows what he's doing more than I do. So a lot of people said, Craig, why did you buy the boat then? You know what? I don't know. I shouldn't have. I should have turned away and I should have left, but I didn't. I took the boat home and I continued to have headache after headache and headache. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, I really don't know. I should have just said no. And then I had opportunity number 2 to back out. Hindsight, now we all know I should have returned the boat. I didn't. I took the $5,000 and said, okay, we'll figure it out. Well, that was 2 months ago and I still have a boat that doesn't run. So yes, hindsight says I should have done a lot of things differently. This is probably the worst decision after worst decision I've ever made in my career. Well, here I am in October, and you'll notice no boat. The boat is still at the dealer. They're telling me $18,000 to source an engine if they can even find an engine for it. So they've been looking for options for me, and now I don't know what to do. So now I'm just thinking I'm going to trade it in. It's already at the Four Winds dealer. Maybe they'll just take it from me and give me what I own it for. So let's give them a call. Now let's see what they have to say. Hey, did you guys come up with any numbers? I'm wondering what you think. If you want to take it, is it even worth it for you guys? It's already there. I figured it's better in your hands than it is mine.
Well, your boat actually has a really high retail value, close to $50,000. Clean trade is around 42, and even rough trade is around 38,000. For the condition it's at, it's not really something we want. We've been having trouble sourcing an engine for it. So it's not really something we want to have in our inventory, especially at this time of year.
Awesome. All right. Thank you anyway. I appreciate it. Okay, so you're up to speed on the misery of that boat, but it's not all bad news. There's some gravy that flows along with it, and I'm going to tell you all about it right now because some good stuff comes along with that boat too. So this is why I'm glad that I actually kept that boat, and if I had the choice to do it again, I would make changes, but I would do it again, and here's why. So just to put it in perspective, this one video right here had 447,000 views, got me 3.2 thousand new subscribers, and paid me $2,800 in revenue. That's just for this one video. Now this video right here got 125,000 views, 938 new subscribers, and paid me $617. My second boat video had 59,000 views, got me almost 500 new subscribers, and paid $276. This one right here at 83,000 views, 831 new subscribers, and $190. And the best one of all went semi-viral right here. If I click on analytics, This video got almost 500,000 views, earned me 3,200 new subscribers, and paid out $2,800. And if you look at what's happened in the last 90 days, I've had 2.2 million views, 15,000 new subscribers, and with YouTube revenue has paid me $15,614. So from my YouTube ad revenue, directly related to the boat videos alone, I've made about $3,800. Now, if you go back to when I started the boat videos, I've gained about 15,000 subscribers, so thank you to all of you, and cumulatively about $15,000 in video revenue and ad revenue. So since I made those videos, I made about $15,000 in YouTube revenue, showing more and more videos, because as my subscribers grow, more people watch, I get more money. So I technically kind of have made $15,000 off those boat videos and all my other videos since, which kind of puts me at an almost break-even point on the boat. Not to mention that my channel has grown and will continue to grow as people watch those videos and each video afterwards. If you want to see more, you can click the link right here to follow the whole story. And my final question to all of you, what would you do in this situation? I can't trade it in. I can't sell it because it's October now. It's too late in the year. Do I continue to try to source an engine so hopefully next spring I can do something with it? I mean, I own it for 20, but my YouTube revenue kind of paid for it, so I don't really own it for anything, but I still do. Or I could run it back through the auction, red light, and just get as much as I can for it. Running it red light means I run it not running. So if somebody buys it as is, and they assume the liability and the headache for it, and I basically just pass the buck down the line. Do I keep it and fix it, and then I own it for what it's worth? Or do I cut my losses before the end of the season and then move on to bigger and better projects? What would you guys do? Anyway, you guys followed along on a long, drawn-out saga. I hope my misery was entertaining for you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate each and every single one of you. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below, and I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Adios.